Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm at the Memphis City Park. Memphis, Texas, that is, which is about 75 miles southeast of Amarillo. It's a small town with about a 2,100 population. However, believe it or not, it's the biggest city in the county. About a 2,000 foot elevation. And one negative is that the internet here is very slow. Now I have Verizon. I don't know if it's different with AT&T or one of the other carriers. And the RV parking situation here is, I think, pretty well, I might say, unique. Let me show you what I mean. Here are the park rules, and you can see number 6 says you need to get a permit from the police department to stay overnight. So I went to the police department and I found all 3 of these doors locked. Nobody here. So I went next door here at City Hall and I met someone who said to come in here and go down to the water office and ring the doorbell there, and that's where they give the permit. So I filled out an application form where you put down your driver's license number and your vehicle license plate number, and then you put on there what date you arrived and what date you want to leave. So I put in for 5 days. Now I heard you're only allowed to stay there for 3 days, but they took my application and didn't say anything about it. So I think I will stay here the 5 days. And by the way, I was told there that you don't have to come down here. You can actually call them on the phone and give them the information over the phone, so you don't even have to leave the park. And that number to call is area 806-259-3001. So this should really help you a lot if you happen to come here and want to do this. The campground is right next to the swimming pool. It's a grassy campground. There are 8 power boxes and water hookups, and each one is 20, 30, 50 hookups, which is nice. However, I have not seen a dump station anywhere in the park. And check this out, folks. I am parked about 10 feet from the edge of the swimming pool. Wow. Now that is something you're not going to be able to do, I don't think, at any luxury RV park in the country. That just kind of stunned me when I saw it. And unfortunately, even though it is pretty warm today, it's not summer season yet. It's 2 o'clock and it got up to 88 degrees inside my motorhome, so I turned the air conditioners on. There's a bus conversion RV there, and let's see what this building is. It's one of those shipping containers underneath a shed here, and they have 2 covered picnic tables, but that is all. So I guess they're just using it for storage. And I bet this place looks a lot different in the middle of the summer. This is the only dumpster I see, which is across the street from the pool entrance. And the admission fees here are very reasonable. And that's when the pool is open. But it doesn't say what time of the year they start opening it up. It's a pretty large pool with a diving board way over there with a very deep end. And this looks like a wading pool. Boy, I sure wish it was open already. Here it is, the middle of April, and it's already getting pretty hot. Right across the street from the pool, there are some interesting structures, benches, and that looks like maybe some type of oven. And in case you're wondering, this is the Memphis Garden Club. And here is a bench that is not going to blow away. Memphis Garden Club, also known as Camp Alhambra. And here is the garden slash camp. Here's a covered picnic area and what's left of some kind of stove or fireplace. Odd looking structure. And all around the grounds here, there's more covered picnic areas. Children's playground way over there. There's some swings. There's another dumpster. And more playground things over here. And this is old style playground with a steel slide and steel monkey bars. And here is one of those tetherball, I think you call it, poles. Now look at this character. Looks like you just sit there and bounce on it. There's a pretty nice restroom building there. Here is a water faucet and a drinking water fountain. And this is all right across the street from the RV park. There's some kind of amphitheater there. And this kind of looks like an ancient type amphitheater. Yeah, this almost looks like ancient ruins of what was some kind of stage right there. Interesting. And what could this underground room be? I'm going to see if I can take a look inside. If I can squeeze in here. Well, it is just a small little storage room with some bad graffiti. Looks like they haven't swept the floor here for quite a while. Well, this is a very nice, nostalgic city park, especially if you remember as a kid going to the city parks in the 50s and 60s like I do. Well, I'm going to try this place for lunch because, as the sign here says, Cyclone Central has good food, which is my favorite kind. And they have a happy hour as well. And it almost looks like they are having a cyclone right now. Very windy place. Well, let's see what it looks like. But I'm going to go into the outhouse first. And I guess I'm a cowboy. Well, I've never seen it served like this before. I got a double burger, fries, and more onion rings that I need. Now I found that I'm getting a better internet speed here, right in town. 6.34 it's saying. At the campground it was only 1.3, and that's less than 2 miles away, so that's kind of odd. So my next meal will be at the Rock Inn Cafe. They've got a pretty good menu. How's this? Chicken fried steak, fries, and a salad. Day 3 eating in town is at the 287 Cantina. And how do you like the bridge clearance they have here? That should cover it. Looks pretty good to me. I notice different parts of town have different internet speeds. I wonder how that works. Well, I'm back in the park to show you one more thing. Can you figure out what this structure is? Sort of a pyramid, but as far as I can tell, it's just a bunch of rocks and bricks and mortar with a tree on top. There's no like interior to it or anything that you can tell. Maybe you can figure out what this is. I don't know. They do have some interesting things here. Good day, folks.